Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy, and today I'm going to be talking about books that are coming out this year that I am excited for. I am very well aware that this video is a month late, but you know, I really wanted to do this video, so here I am doing it late, and yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't really care. Because this video is a month late, I'm going to be talking about some books that are already out, but let's just imagine that this video came out a month ago. First up, we have Lore by Alexandra Bracken. So, unless you've been living under a rock, I feel like you've probably heard about this book. I feel like they're doing tons and tons and tons and tons of marketing for it. So the premise of this book sounds absolutely fantastic. Every 7 years, a group of gods is punished for something, I don't know what, but they're punished by, they have to become mortal, and then they are hunted down, like, to the death. Our main character's name is Lore, which, if you ask me, is the coolest name of all time. Lore is a human, and I think something has to do with revenge, maybe, I don't know, but she somehow gets dragged into this mess where the gods are mortal and being hunted because they did something bad at some point. There are so many reasons why I'm excited for this one of them being it's by Alexandra Bracken. Alexandra Bracken wrote the Darkest Minds series, which is definitely one of my favorite series of all time, and so I cannot wait to read this book by her. Also, if you know me at all, you know that I love anything to do with Greek mythology. And like I said earlier, the concept for this book is so incredible. So that one came out on January 5th, Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. So the only Angie Thomas book that I have read thus far is The Hate U Give, and I loved it so much. Concrete Rose is about Big Mav, who is Star's father, but it's about him when he's younger and about his life, and that's all I really know about it because that's all that I really need to know to want to read this book. I'm just so excited to read his story and learn more about him and what he's been through to get to the point that he is at during The Hate U Give. I think Angie Thomas writes incredible books. I'm saying this having only read one, but I'm fairly certain that Concrete Rose is going to be incredible and impactful as well. That one is also already out because it came out on January 12th. Game Changer by Neal Shusterman. Don't know too much about this one other than our main character's name is Ash, and he's a football player, and one day during a football game he takes a hit and then he is somehow transported to another dimension. I really don't like football at all, but I think the concept of, you know, interdimensional travel is pretty cool. The reason why I want to read this book is because I love Neal Shusterman. I've read The Unwind Dystology by him and really enjoyed it, and I also got to meet him. My book club with my school went to an event of his, and I got to meet him, and I got my book signed, and I talked to him for a little bit. He was an amazing speaker. He had so many cool things to say. But anyway, yeah, I really like Neal Shusterman, and I want to read his next book. This comes out on February 9th. I can't say the word February, I don't know, February. The Desolations of Devil's Acre by Ransom. Okay, so this book is the final book in the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series. It's book 6. In the first book, our main character, Jacob Portman, has just lost his grandfather in a very weird and mysterious way, and Jacob starts to kind of investigate his grandfather's past, and then he kind of gets thrown into this crazy world that he knew nothing about, and he meets the peculiar children who all have interesting abilities and friendships form, and it's just a ton of fun. The books are centered around these creepy old photographs. I don't want to show you any of them because it's just, you need to read the book to get the full experience, but the entire series, throughout each book, there's these pictures that add so much to the story, and it's just so cool. I am very excited to see how this series is going to end, but I'm also a little bit nervous. So it's in 2 trilogies. There's the original trilogy, and people thought that that was it, that was, you know, the end for the Peculiars, but then he continued on. So this is the final book in the final trilogy, and The first two books of the trilogy were not quite where the original trilogy is for me, so I'm a little nervous. I think, like, it can be good, and I think the conclusion can be great and awesome, and I'm hoping it will be, but we shall see. That is coming out on February 23rd. Alright, so next is the one that I am most excited about. Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. So, this is the second book in the Last Hours trilogy, which is a part of the Shadowhunters Chronicles. The Last Hours trilogy takes place after the Infernal Devices trilogy, so it's about the characters from the Infernal Devices. Their children are the focus of the Last Hours. That was so long-winded. Chain of Gold, the first book in this trilogy, picks up with Cordelia Carstairs, and she is moving to London with her mom and her brother after her dad has been accused of a crime. In London, Cordelia is reunited with her childhood friends, James and Lucy Herondale, and she's also going into, like, the just whole social situation in London with a ton of people like Anna and Christopher Lightwood and Thomas Lightwood and Matthew Fairchild, and it is so good. I have been waiting not even that long. Like, compared to people who have been reading Shadowhunters since they started coming out, I haven't been waiting long at all, but it feels like an eternity. Anyways, as I said, the first book was fantastic, and I think it set a really great foundation for the next two books. I cannot wait to spend more time with the characters that were introduced in Chain of Gold because I love them, and I think I'm just gonna fall more in love with them the more time that I spend with them. That comes out on March 2nd, which is in like a month, which seems so far away, but also so soon. Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. All I know about this is it's a contemporary and it involves theater. Like, I'm pretty sure the main character is a theater kid. I want to read this because I'm a theater kid. So Becky Albertalli writes the Simonverse, and Simonverse The Homo Sapiens Agenda is one of my favorite books of all time, so I'm excited to see her newest book. And this comes out on, wait, what did it say? April 20th. The last book that I have on this list is Better Together by Christine Riccio. This book is described as Freaky Friday meets The Parent Trap. I know that it features sisters, and there's also a touch of magic in there, which I think is extremely exciting. Christine Riccio is one of my favorite booktubers to watch. Her channel is called Poland Bananas Books, and I love her content so much, and I can't wait to read this book that she's writing. Or that she has written, because I guess it's finished now. That's coming out June 1st. Okay, so those are all the books that I had on my list. I'm sure as the year goes on, I'll think of more books and, like, find out about more books that I'm excited for, but those ones are the ones that are kind of on my radar at the moment. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.